Hello, unlimited friends. It's Zehra back again with Q&A about the law of attraction and its application to our lives. Our question today comes from Heather. She says, I have been ostracized by immediate family for years. They refuse to tell me why. On the rare occasion that I've been invited to a family event, they talk about their shared vacations, celebrations, and future plans that do not include me. This was painful at first, but I've accepted it. My dad became ill 3 years ago and needed full-time care, which I now provide because they would not. There are four adult family members that live 10 minutes away and refuse to help. Early on, when I asked for help, there was always an excuse as to why they could not, and then they just ignore my texts unless they need me to do something for my dad or to question about a decision. I am in much more frequent contact as I communicate his progress, so painful feelings from before are now more frequent. I've come such a long way and so proud of myself, but it is not enough. I am now so resentful for having to take on all responsibilities of my dad's life by myself, which has completely changed mine, while my family flourishes and sits back in criticism of my decisions. It triggers the pain I felt by being abandoned by them. I need a better way to view this and let go of this resentment. I know I'm only hurting myself and I desperately do not want to do that. I think of them with love. I really do love them, but I am stuck in the pain of why they choose to and how they cannot love me. All right. Wow. Heather, you have a lot going on here, and there is so much that I want to say to you about this. I don't know if you are aware of it, but my father came to live with me for the last 2 years of his life. And so I understand what you're going through because, yes, it is a lot of work when you have someone who needs constant attention living with you. Before I get into the response, let me do a quick introduction. Thank you to everyone who is joining me here today. For those of you who are new, hi, I'm Zehra Mahoon. I write the blog zmahoon.com. I am a mindset and manifesting expert and a transformational coach. You can find out all about my programs and courses on my website zmahoon.com. I'm also the author of 16 books on the subject of law of attraction. This YouTube channel is my virtual hot seat. So if you have a question about the law of attraction and its application, you can send it to me either by posting a comment under a video or through my website zmahoon.com. All right, so let's get into the answer for Heather. Heather, this is such an important question, and there are so many people facing this kind of a situation because as our parents become older and they need our assistance, we have to make a decision of whether we are going to extend that assistance ourselves or whether we are going to engage a senior's residence or a care facility to do that for us. Sweetheart, I want you to consider the fact that you create your own reality. And so the attitude that you're getting from your siblings or other family members is your creation. And it is your creation because you've always thought that they don't include you. And so you keep seeing evidence of the fact that they don't include you. As far as your father is concerned, sweetheart, nobody forced you to take your father on. You took your father on out of love for your father. And I am pretty sure that when you did that, you did not expect your family members to help you because you knew that they never had and they never included you. So here we are today. And really this video is more about what you should do now that this has happened than to explore why it has happened. I think that you already understand why it has happened. So the thing is, you took your father on not because of your siblings. You took your father on because of him, because you wanted to do something for him. It felt good to you to take it on. And now that you have the responsibility, here are some of the things that I want you to know. The very first thing I want you to know is that there is actually really no reason for you to keep other family members informed. You can today make the decision of not informing them. If they want information, they can come and ask you. So you can and you are in a position to minimize your contact with your family. Number two, I want you to know that there's a need that you are fulfilling by taking the responsibility for your father on. If you had not taken this responsibility on, someone else would have. Your father is not helpless. He has source just like everyone else does. And even today, if you wanted to give up this responsibility, you can do so. The only reason you're not doing it is because it feels bad. And let me ask you, why does it feel bad? It feels bad, sweetheart, and this whole situation feels bad to you because you're looking at it in a way that the inner being inside you, your inner being, and the universe don't look at it that way. Every time you think that you need help, your inner being says, no, you don't. You can do this on your own. Every time you think that they should be helping you, your inner being says, you don't need their help. You are good on your own. Every time you say, I have too much responsibility and it has changed my life, your inner being says, you can handle it and you can make this a wonderful experience. So you see, the reason that you're feeling bad is because your inner being does not agree with the thoughts that you're thinking. When you start agreeing with your inner being, you won't feel this way. And when you don't feel this way, then people will show up to help you. And it doesn't have to be your siblings who show up to help you. Strangers will show up to help you. Because law of attraction will bring you what you need. It always does. Because that's what law of attraction is about. Last thing I want to say to you, maybe it's not the last thing, I'll just keep going as long as the thoughts are coming, I will keep channeling. So, you see, here's the thing I want you to know. If you want to stop, you can stop today. You don't have to keep doing this. You don't have to keep doing this. You are making a decision to keep doing this. You can put your foot down and you can say, I'm done, it's someone else's turn. What are they going to do? Are they going to talk against you? Well, they're going to talk against you anyway. Are they going to call you names? Well, maybe they're doing that already. So, they don't matter. The only person that matters is you and your father, right? So, I want you to know that you're not in a prison of responsibility. You can make a different decision anytime. You are not locked into place. And I want you to know that if you made a different decision, if you decided today that you were done with 3 years of having looked after your father, that you couldn't do it anymore, your inner being will not criticize you for it. Your inner being will not hate you for it. Your inner being will love you and will continue to love you and support you. And your inner being will say, your decision is okay. Because Source always says yes. The universe always says yes to everything. Now, what about your father? Is your father going to start hating you? No, because your father also has an inner being. And your father's inner being is going to love you. Source is going to love you no matter what you do. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is what you said in your last sentence. I think of them with love, and I do love them. No, sweetheart, no. Because where there is resentment, there is no love. Love is unconditional. Love means I don't care about your behavior. I'm still going to love you. Love and resentment cannot occupy the same space. And if you really were in a place of love, your siblings and your relatives would not be behaving the way they are behaving towards you. So it would be helpful for you to come into a vibration of love, to remind yourself to look at the situation through the eyes of Source. Look at the situation through the eyes of your inner being. Close your eyes and just breathe in a couple of times and ask yourself, how is my inner being looking at this situation? What would my inner being tell me to say to myself about this? How would my inner being soothe me? What would my inner being say to me to make me feel better? And I can tell you that as soon as you ask those questions, the answers will start coming, because the universe is ready to respond to your powerful desires. The universe is ready to respond. You just have to ask. Close your eyes, breathe in. This is going to take a few minutes of your time. It's one quiet afternoon meditation. And all those thoughts from your inner being will start pouring into you, and it will fill your cup to overflowing. You will come out of that experience with so much love for your father and all your siblings, and more than anything else, so much love for yourself, for what you are doing. And when you fall in love with yourself, for who you are and what you are doing, your cup will overflow, and everyone will drink from that overflow. Your father, your siblings, and everyone else who comes into contact with you. It's all about you. It's not about anyone else. It's not about their behavior. Bring yourself into love for who you are and what you have accomplished. Love you so much, Heather. I know how much you have on your plate. And I can tell you that there are only two ways to think about it. You can think about it from a point of view of despair and thinking that you are in a cage with nowhere to move, or you can see this as an opportunity to be someone, be who you really are at your core. You are love. All right, that's all I have for you just now. I hope that this response really helps you. And I'm here to support you in any way that I can. Bye for now.